Welcome. Okay, so this video isn't going to be about anything really special or anything. No real topic. Just a little chat. I feel we know each other long enough now. We can have just a chat, can't we? So it sure is a dangerous place out there for boys, young men, and even older men. Not everywhere in the world, but in the majority of the world, if we know what I mean. We have to be careful about where we go. We have to think twice about what we're going to do. Is it going to be safe? And we most certainly can't say what we really think about something out in the old world, can we? So basically, we're living a lie. We're showing people who we aren't, just to be safe. Or we're not conversing with anybody at all, just to be safe. And it seems to be the only way to get away from all that is to go to some small deserted island or on top of a mountaintop or out in some remote area. But then you'll still get some form of media, and the media's tainted with it all, telling you what to say and how to act. Otherwise you'll be sent to Coventry, like we've seen many people have. The workplace is a dangerous place than ever, not for accidents. But you guys out there know what I'm talking about. What I've noticed through my lifetime, and what I've seen deteriorate greatly, is the quality of life. Many years ago, lots of us didn't have all that much, but we had quality of life, and things were deep and meaningful. But nowadays, it's all superficial rubbish. People's whole social life is on the internet. So if they get banned, their life is over, because they have nothing else. And these mega media companies online are increasingly telling us what to do and what to say to follow their narrative. Otherwise, you're out. Let's take a look at America. Now, America had a civil war many years ago, and they're having something similar again right now. You see, I think America's pretty well done. America was always worried about a war with other countries, but there's a war going on in America right now from inside. There's people who want to destroy America and everything it stands for. And I'm not American, but I can see that. And the hardest war to deal with is one that comes from within. That is more devastating than any war. And I think the American government is a complete mess. And I always thought the American people were a sensible lot. At least they seemed to be many years ago. But the American people are letting this happen and not doing anything about it. And it really does seem that that saying is true. The crazies have taken over the asylum. And not just in America, but in the UK and other countries as well. It seems to me that the people that are in power are the last people that should be in power, really. So how did they get there? And what are they still doing there? You see, many years ago, life was simpler then. And there was right, and there was wrong, and there was decent, and there was despicable. But those lines are kind of got washed out somehow. Anyway, I think its quality is the biggest thing that we've lost in the world. Look at the movies. Look at the TV programs. Look who's making headlines. All superficial garbage. And I guess it's hard for me to understand these young people who are brought up with the internet, because I used to live in the forest, more or less, way out in the boondocks. And I amuse myself every day in nature. And I began to watch nature and learn a lot. And I learned very early on that life can be harsh. But these young people of today have no idea. They've been so protected and so lied to all their lives. They are completely inapt to live as nature really intended them to do so. And when some mega media, social media company bans somebody, instead of asking the question why, these young people go, that must be right. I've also increasingly noticed that a lot of younger people, and not so young now too, don't really seem to have much of a sense of humor. They're far too serious. The last video I made was about Batman and Robin, and there was a comical side, but they won't see that. They'll just get upset or triggered. To me, the younger generation are weak people. They are unable to adapt to anything new, anything different. And they're not very good at personal communication. And a lot of them seem to have a very narrow point of view. In other words, they don't seem like they're individuals at all, just part of a group. And you know, in the future, people were saying about robotics and all that, artificial intelligence. I think it's already happened in a way, because they seem to have made humans into robots. Maybe that's a natural evolution. I'm just an older guy talking out loud. But I really do miss the old times. Because the old times had color. Seems to me the world nowadays is all just black and white. And the sad thing is that all these young people, the things they have missed, and the things they will miss. But there's a saying, isn't there? If you never knew about it in the first place, you can't really miss it. Maybe it's just me having a bad day. And there is sun on the horizon. Well, there is actually, because this planet Earth won't last forever. Well, it was very nice having this fireside chat with you, wasn't it? And this fire that you see on the video here, I got it online, and I'll put a link down to it below so that you can actually have a look at it and appreciate the person that actually put it on. Take it easy, bro. Bye. Get out of the way, Mildred.